Sharma, and today I'll be doing a speech about sleep paralysis. So, for the first part of my speech, I'd like everybody to close their eyes and imagine that you're home, all snuggled up in your bed, and your blanket has never felt this comfortable. And instantly you fall into a slumber, but in a couple of minutes you wake up, and by who knows what, and you realize that you cannot move a single muscle. You start to panic. You flail around. You scream and shout, but no one can hear you. And as if nothing could get any worse, your eyes dart into the darkness, and you see your nightmare standing right in front of you, mocking you as you yell for help. Climbing up the bed, coming closer and closer to you. And now everyone may open their eyes. No, this was not a scene from a horror movie. This was real. If any of this resonates with you, then you'll know this is called sleep paralysis. If you're not familiar with this phenomenon, then don't worry, because today I'll be talking to you about the causes of sleep paralysis, the basics of sleep paralysis, as well as the treatment plans for this sleeping disorder. And then much of my info today is going to be from Esther and Lunu's research that was published in the Journal of Applied and Basic Medical Research, 2 articles from Medical News Today, a personal blog from Elena Brajdik, as well as a research study by Annette Choi that was published on PBS. So to start off, sleep paralysis is when your body is paralyzed and only ocular and respiratory movements is active. And according to Elena Brajdik, she was a victim of sleep paralysis. She explains that when she had her episode, that she had felt a heavy weight on her chest that kept pushing her into her bed. This is usually because of rapid eye movement, also known as REM. Rapid eye movement is when your eyes are closed but they're still moving around in all different directions, and your body tends to have a higher blood pressure and a higher heart rate that are near waking levels. And according to the International Journal of Applied and Basic Medical Research, statistics show that 8% of the population is actually suffering from sleep paralysis. And sleep paralysis is common across the globe, and it usually occurs once in someone's lifetime, but it can be reoccurring if someone has this sleeping disorder. And many, like Brandon Tan, a New York City-based writer who experienced disturbing symptoms, such as vivid hallucinations, which blurred the line between dream and reality. Other symptoms of sleep paralysis would be sensation of fear, sensation that death is approaching, as well as difficulty breathing. This is what causes your dreams to feel like reality, usually. There are many other causes of sleep paralysis, and it varies with individuals, but few main ones that I want to talk about today would be about stress and trauma. So stress is usually in students. It's a major accessory to many disorders that's hard to avoid, but no amount of stress to that level is worth it, says Brajdik. In a study done by Esther Lunu and his group of colleagues, they discovered that 28% of students have a higher risk of suffering from sleep paralysis from junior year to senior year. And this is usually because of depression, anxiety, identity conflicts, as well as academic and family stress. In adults, trauma is a huge factor in sleep paralysis. And Lunu's research studies have shown that sleep paralysis is particularly prevalent in adults who have PTSD, panic disorders, as well as history of childhood sexual abuse. Sleep paralysis is known to depict your deepest, darkest secrets. And what makes it even worse this time around is that there's nothing you can do. You can't scream, you can't move, you can't stop what's happening to you. It's very unfortunate that this sleeping disorder is actually very understudied, because a lot of individuals don't want to voice out their experiences just because they're scared of being judged and labeled as mentally ill. But luckily, the people who have experienced this disorder have gathered together a few treatments to help with this. So like I said, there isn't enough research done, so there's not really a scientifically proven way to treat this sleeping disorder. But according to Jackie Monson, a video editor who has many interactions with sleep paralysis, suggests that by moving smaller muscles like your toes and your little fingers, that can break away from feeling of paralysis. Brajdik, the other victim who has experienced sleep paralysis, said that by de-stressing yourself and sleeping at the right times and having a better sleeping schedule than usual will help as well. And a number of other victims have turned to herbalists, religious leaders, and traditional priests for a solution. And these treatments are not for everyone, obviously, and they might not work for everybody, but they are still worth a try to finally conquer sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is remarkably under-researched, which has caused many with this sleeping disorder to have sleepless nights, as well as be unaware of what exactly is happening to them. As I spoke about the basics of sleep paralysis, the causes of sleep paralysis, as well as a couple treatment plans for sleep paralysis, my goal was to inform you all about this anomaly so that if you or your loved ones are experiencing something to this then you have a better understanding of what is happening to you and possibly some ways to treat it. You definitely do not want to spend the rest of your life having sleepless nights, so I hope my speech has inspired those with this disorder to share their stories so that scientists and medical professionals can further their studies and create a better treatment plan. Thank you.